Right, everyone, we've gone back to basics, and I believe this is a whole lot better at the moment. So if anything changes, let me know, but I'm thinking this is the way to go for the rest of this race, and I'm very sorry for the inconvenience. I'm about to ditch the graphics, but we are here and we are back. Lap 2 out of 28, and of course here for the realistic racing, Mad Mark in the RB. Currently sat ahead leading. Can Trucker try and take the lead though down the inside? Chandler did very well, and that is the Ferrari's move. Already done and dusted, but the V-Cup trying to fight back again down the inside, tussling and turning side by side. The wheel banging them through the first few corners. The V-Cup on the outside through to the Williams as well of Alec. Will Alec trying to be able to get through? He is on the scene and ready to pounce them when the move tries to open up. Lap 3 out of 28 down the inside. Mad Mark goes, Trucker trying to stay on the track on the outside there now. Alec is on the side of Trucker, and Alec is going to get through for now, past the Ferrari. The side by side, and the Ferrari goes around, and the Williams too, but they keep himself on the track. Lap 3 out of 28. And Alec and Trucker were going absolutely all out, and all of this is just going to help Mad Mark, isn't it, pull away on the track at the moment. But oh my God, everybody. The racing at the start is already pretty crazy. I can see 6 people, pardon me, in the stream chat. So let me know if it is all good. I'm gonna include it in the chat. I think so. Everything's all right. Tiger in the chat. Yo, Jack. Hello, mate. It's good to see you. I don't. You're not racing. You're not racing in this, are you, mate? You're not racing or anything. Yes, moves going on again. Trucker trying to get through past Alec, and he did so very much. All smooth now, but thank you. Yeah, I think it looks a whole lot better now, doesn't it? Which is always nice to see. But anyway, lap 4 out of 28. I don't race Thursday, just on Sundays. Oh, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. On the 4th lap, Mad Mark is leading in the RB then from Trucker in 2nd. Then it's Alec in 3rd, PGS and Bulk in 4. Then it's Dave the Scrub in 5, Razam in 6, Martin in 7, Fox Sumo 8, Shaggy 9, Jeffy in 10, Wolfie 11, David Scott 12, and Roscoe in P13. And it's fair to say, very far back, 24.3 seconds behind behind P12, sorry. So very, very far behind indeed. But Mad Mark then leading pretty well. And with the top 4, they are pretty close indeed. And to be fair, about the top 6, 7 or 8 are very close indeed. At the moment, I think it is top 9? Yeah, it's top 9 that are all very close then on the track here in Shanghai at the moment, as we make our way down onto the back straight and towards the end of this lap. We'll see if we can get any cheeky overtakes, cheeky moves before the end of this race. But the V-Carb then ahead of the Ferrari in 2nd position. Can Trucker try and fight back? There you get the overtake done on Mark. It did start from P4, I believe, but onto the main straight. And the Ferrari on the backside of Mark. He's got the speed. He's got everything he needs, and he goes through to overtake and take the lead of this race once again then from Mad Mark. Lap 5 now. Trucker, Mark and Alec, your top 3 and your provisional podium at this current stage of the race. But of course, we are very early into the race. So you cannot obviously say anything about that yet. But the McLaren trying to get a move on the car of Alec, and I think Embulk has gone around. Yes, he has. Down into P9 now. P9, I thought he was going to overtake again. Onto the grass. He's back on, and unfortunately, Embulk has lost a lot of positions there, hasn't he? Lap 5 out of 28, and the McLaren has had a horrible, horrible start to this race. His teammate, Danny P11, he now in P9. But lap 5 out of 28, and the top guys all running pretty far up at the front of this race. Down the inside, Mad Mark on Trucker, getting the move again, and behind that as well, 3 abreast then going into the final few corners, and Razam into P4. Then it's Martin and David Scrub. I think Razam's gone round. Yes, he did. He had a bit of a moment there, and he dropped back quite a lot, down into P7 now for the Aston Martin, who just goes into the wall, and he's out. Razam out of the race, into the wall, and this safety car gets deployed, everybody. Just as Mad Mark gets the overtake on Trucker as well. And just as I can't get to use my graphic, damn it. But lap 6 out of 28, and the safety car has been deployed. The first one that I've seen in a good while, I'll tell you that. Wow, Razam out of the race, and to be fair, that is really unfortunate. It really, really is. I'm not sure if he got put in, but it didn't look like he did that himself. The chap man down, yes, indeed man down, right into the barrier. And yeah, we have got 22 laps of racing here today. 28 laps, of course, all together. 12 drivers now joining us. We did have 13. We've just lost one of Razam as the safety car has been deployed, everybody, and we wait for the drivers to make their way around and, of course, join up behind the safety car, which is just through the first few turns here in Shanghai. So we'll wait for that as Mad Mark leads the pack and all of the stragglers that try and catch up from behind, and they make their way down towards the back straight now and right underneath the Aramco sign and the millions of Rolex boards that are around the track. But yes, safety car out, the first time in a while. And you know what, let's go through the order. Mad Mark in P1, who will lead Trucker away once we get racing once more. Then it's Alec in P3, Martin Ford, David Scrub in 5, Fox Sumo 6, PGS Bulk in 7. Then it's Wolfie in 8, Shaggy 9. I'm not sure, I still don't know how you say this, but I'm going to say Jevy for now. Jevy in P10, David Scott in 11, and Roscoe in 12, as Martin gets a 10-second time penalty for a collision with David Scrub as into the pit lane. Many drivers go, and Fox Sumo decides to stay out and gain track position and take the lead of this race. The majority of the drivers behind him went in over the half the grid. It's Mad Mark, Alec, Trucker, David Scrub, Martin, PGS, Bulk, and Wolfie all have gone into the pit lane to exchange their tyres. And on to lap 7 out of 28 now. One penalty of Martin, which is a 10-second, and also David Scrub in P6. But lap 7, Fox Sumo, the only guy caught up with the safety car, of course, due to no pit stops for him, and we'll see how well that works out. He's on the hard compound tyres, so of course he wouldn't really want to go in. So let's see if he chose the right strategy. We'll have to see. We won't be able to tell that now. We'll have to wait until the end of the race, of course. But I hope you're all having a good day, everybody. I really hope you are. And you know, let me know in chat. Say hello, ask some questions. The safety car for me is normally a period where I get people to ask me questions, and I'd like to, of course, I will answer them in this very boring period of the race, of course. Only drivers not to catch up then is, I think we've got Red Bull of Wolfie, Jevy in P10, David Scott in 11, and Roscoe in 12. All the drivers that haven't managed to catch up with the safety car. And I'm not sure when we're going to get going again. Clearly won't be this time around unless we get a really stupidly late call, which we won't do now because the safety car is turning left and we're going round once more for another lap around the Shanghai International Circuit. But yeah, safety car hopefully going in the next lap we go around, because that is always normally what happens in this game. So we'll see as we are on to lap 8 now of 28. Right, everybody's still under the safety car. Fox Sumo, of course, did stay out. Didn't go into the pit lane. We'll see how well that works out for him because he's on the hards. We'll have a look what everybody else has gone on to. I'm thinking the hards as well. Yeah, everybody went to the hards, went into the pit lane. Shaggy on the 2-lap old mediums and Roscoe on the 2-lap old mediums as well. But the rest of the grid on the hards. Only driver not to pit that was on the hards is Fox Sumo with 7-lap old compared to everybody else's 1-lap old and 2-lap old when we cross the line. Now the safety car will be coming in at the end of this very, very lap here then. We make our way down the back straight. Prepare for this race to get going once again. 20 laps to go in this race as we cross the line. We're down to 19 before this race is concluded, everybody. They're the day. Usual graphics. I can't, mate. My what's it called? Game is having an absolute spasm today, and yeah, internet hasn't been great. So unfortunately, this week I can't use my graphics. Now I really am sorry about that. We could use my graphics, right? But it's gonna be lagging the whole time. I'd much prefer to give you a nice showing like this. So I do apologise. Here we go. We get racing again. This is gonna be the true story of it because is Fox Sumo going to be able to keep the guys behind him at bay? Mad Mark then in second. Will be gunning down that Alpine in front of him, and the Alpine, of course, on the older tyres. Mad Mark on the brand new hard compound tyres. Same compound, but a bit of an age gap between them at the moment. The safety car has come in. We are racing again on lap 9. And Martin overtaking Martin. Mad Mark will be trying to overtake Sumo. Will he get it done though? Right behind him. At the moment, the V car gunning down that move on the Alpine of Fox Sumo. Is it possible to get past the Alpine at this moment in time? Looking to move down the left-hand side. He brings his back end out quite harshly there, actually, as the Ferrari behind maybe went into it because he found himself going right off the track there. And the Williams as well of Alec is on the scene, right behind David Scrub as well. And 2x2, they come into the corner of Shaggy and Martin going side by side, but Martin is ahead of that at the moment. Shaggy ahead of that, then David Scrub, Alec, Trucker. And to the lead in this race, Mad Mark and Sumo side by side. Can Sumo try and keep Mad Mark at bay? He will be very, very mad indeed if he can't get through. And he's going to try his best to get through. Round the outside, can he stick it out, or will Fox Sumo be able to keep it ahead? Mad Mark with a 3-second penalty. That is big. That is really, really big. Yellow flags are out in the last sector as Fox Sumo just manages to hold his position. Going on to the 10th lap, everybody. DRS now enabled here at the Shanghai International, and Fox Sumo has managed to hold on to that position very, very well indeed. As Mad Mark second, Trucker third, Shaggy and Alec in the Williams. The battle of the Williams, no team orders being shown here tonight. Is there with the Williams drivers going absolutely all out. It's the mediums against the hards, and of course the medium wins on this battle with Shaggy getting ahead. David Scott now retired in the pit lane, and no safety car, of course, by that one. But yes, lap 11. It's not lap 10, nearly lap 11 with 11 drivers, my bad, left in this race. Fox Sumo, still your race leader. How long for? Mad Mark is going absolutely all out then on Fox Sumo. Is he able to get through? Yes, he is. And P1 is his. Mad Mark is ahead and leading this race, of course, on the 10th lap out of 28. 18 to go. 11 people left. And behind that, Shaggy and Trucker as well. These two seem to be going at it. Don't count out Alec. Alec is on the scene now and trying to get through past his teammate who actually off the back of it now. But down the back straight he goes. Trucker gaining with the DRS on Sumo. Sumo trying to gain on Mad Mark, but he didn't get overtaken. Is that going to point towards the fact that Mark is quicker? We'll have to see. But as we go back towards the back, Alec with a 3-second time penalty now, which isn't good as Shaggy gets past his teammate once more to P4, dropping Alec down, going into the pit lane now. Goes Trucker, which is quite surprising, into the pit lane on the, he's on the hards, and of course he did pit, sorry, So I'm not sure why he's gone in, or has he got bad damage? He has got wing damage actually, never mind. Wing damage for the Ferrari, and in the pit lane he gets the new tyres on as well. He will get on the, is that the mediums? Should not be the mediums really. Yeah, he's on the mediums at the moment. If I was him, I would just whack the hards on. But, you know, I don't know the strategy more than him. He knows what he's doing, and hopefully it all plays out for him at the end of this race. But the top 4 all pretty close. To be fair, top 5, 6, 7. You know what? Not 7. Yeah, top 7, I'd say, are pretty fairly close. Shaggy getting through past Fox Sumo now, and he's losing positions, isn't he, on the older tyres. Look at this now, Alec looking for that move on Fox Sumo as well. Down the inside, he goes a little bit wider, but gets the move done, and it all worked out for him at the end. P3 is his, and the 2 Williams sat on the provisional podium at this stage of the race. Isn't that good to say for the 2 Williams drivers? And there we go. Shaggy and Alec, P2 and P3 doing well. How long for? Because Fox Sumo, here he goes, trying to get through on the Williams. Thought he would try there, but no. Can he try down the inside? No, he cannot again. Has to stay back at the moment. Roscoe and Embel. Oh, there we go, around the outside. Roscoe gets through and takes P7. He is up 5 positions from the race start. Trucker has pitted and down in 11. Martin in 10 has dropped down 2, and Embel has dropped down 6 after having a horrible start. He did have a good start, to be fair, and then he went all downhill from there. But yeah, anyway, we'll have to see what happens with his race before the end of it. Lap 12 out of 28 then in this race. Mad Mark is your leader. And I hope you enjoy the stream so far. I do appreciate not having the graphics, because it always is a lot more fun with the graphics. I can bring things up and talk about more things, and it kind of just flows a bit more better. But it won't be like this every week. I know it will not, and I can tell you that for now. It will not be like that every week. It's Shaggy nearly going around. But yes, we will get all the graphics back pretty soon. Thing is, I use OBS on my PC, and it's so much better, right? Because I used to use Lightstream, which you can use on the PC but then stream through my Xbox, and that is brilliant. Don't get me wrong, it's really, really good, but you've got to pay £7 a month for it, and it's not bad. But if I can use OBS for free, and I've got more flexibility with it, rather than not use OBS. So yeah, sometimes the internet is not great at all. But anyway, Mad Mark with a penalty, Alec with a penalty, Dave the Scrub and Martin both with penalties as well. So 4 drivers out of the 11 that we've got here on the track. But we make our way around the final corner and over the line then to start lap 13. And Mad Mark is still your leader. The gap between them is 9 tenths then between 1 and 2 as Wolfie Plays gets a 3-second time, but it's now in today's race. The 2 Williams still staying P2 and P3, but Alec is 1.9 seconds behind his teammate. Now 2 seconds behind his teammate, and if he gets lazy enough, I'm not saying he is being lazy, but if he's dropping back, he will definitely get the pack behind him, catching up with him, and he does not want that because he will not make his way back through with this strong pack that is behind Fox Sumo. Wolfie Plays, Jebby and Roscoe. And round the outside, have I just seen a car? Never mind, right round the outside and too far is Embel that went off the track and bringing himself back on now. And lucky to not lose a place from Dave the Scrub as well, who would have been passed and through within 3 more seconds of that incident. Well, we are 1 more lap and we are halfway through this race, which, to be fair, has gone so fast. It really has already. I've got to admit, I did miss the start, and I do apologise. I really do. I was gonna, well, I was gonna wait. But the thing is, it was lagging that bad. I don't think you guys wanted that, did you? But the McLaren then getting through past the Red Bull, down the inside, Chevy through to P5, through past Wolfie Plays. That is what we like to see. Is Empel gets a 3-second penalty. We do not like to see that, but go around the final corner, over the line, lap 14 out of 28, halfway through this race here today, and Shaggy right on the backside of Mad Mark. Will we get an overtake between P1 and P2? Will they swap positions? That is what we are waiting to see then here in Shanghai. plays with Roscoe as well. P6, P7. Oh, side by side. They're both of the Red Bulls. Stuck against a 3-second penalty. But Roscoe flies past his teammate. Can he stay ahead? His teammate will dive down the inside. The McLaren as well. He's on the scene. Can any of them make any moves? Can they make any sort of impact on this race then? They're both about midfield in the pack at the moment. And of course, they're going to want to be more up there. But we'll see what they can do on the 14th lap and throughout the rest of this race, the remainder of this race. Mad Mark is leading then from Shaggy, from Alec. That is your top three, provisional top three, of course, but we'll see where they end up. It would be a nice finish. It would be nice to get a Rebel. It would be nice to get a Williams 1-2 if the RB doesn't have a good race. But at the moment, Mad Mark is looking incredibly strong and doesn't look like anybody can break him. Shaggy has tried to overtake him down the main straight a few times. The gap's now 6/10 and clearly down the back straight. This is where he gains one of the main huge gaining points because he's now right on the back side of him. Shaggy is, and then obviously losing the time again on the exit because he had a big wheel spin moment there. Right in the final corner and over the line for the Williams of Shaggy. Mad Mark right ahead then, flying down the road, 9/10 this time, and Shaggy is nowhere to be seen to make an overtake, which is unfortunate. But Jevy then round the outside on the Alpine. Is he through? Is he not? I think he is. For now, round the outside. That is a lovely move. He can make it work. It will be down the inside for the next corner. And of course, he will be through down there. And that is lovely and perfectly executed then for the McLaren. Taking P4 on the grid. Don't you love to see it for the McLaren, who's having such a lovely race. Overtaking left, right and centre. And nothing to complain about for that man right there. Luke Bell in the chat, it's good to see you, mate. How you doing? Maybe on a charge, absolutely, really is. But lap 15 out of 28 then, and see what will happen, of course, in the remainder of this race. It's been pretty fun so far. I did miss the start, like I've mentioned a few times. I do apologise, and obviously you didn't get to see that, but next week when I'm back, I wouldn't worry about it. I should be there, and hopefully the internet's all right. Normally, it's on a Sunday night. It doesn't work very well. Oh, someone's doing donuts. It is Embulk, who's gone around again. I feel bad for this guy at the moment. He's gone around twice, and he's not having the race that he's wanted. He's clearly very quick, but unfortunately, it's just not going his way, is it, today? Down in P9, and of course the penalties as well, most of the Grimden penalties. And if Shaggy can stay between 3 seconds, the race is his. The race is absolutely his if he can stay within 3 seconds, but of course we're still quite a bit behind. So we'll see where he can end up then in today's race. But we've had one safety car, and we will see what will happen in the pit. That is not the pit lane. I've just called the chat the pit lane. Oh, someone's doing donuts. I love that. I didn't even mean to say it, to be fair. I honestly looked like someone was doing donuts. Wow, quote of the day. I'm creased with that. Oh, you'll have to get a lovely clip of it, mate. But anyway, lap 16 out of 28 then. 11 drivers, of course, joining us. David Scott and Rassam, both out of the race, unfortunately. We have 13, and we have lost 2. And left with 14. Oh, I cannot even talk, do maths or whatever today. My internet's going wrong in my head as well. 11 people left in the race, everybody. Of course, like I mentioned, lap 16, and as we head around the final corner, it'll be Mad Mark to take us to lap 17. With Shaggy now 2.4, so if he wants to stay within the 3 second, he's not doing a good job of it at the moment. And I've just saw someone go into the pit lane, I think. Who was that? It was Fox Sumo. Into the pits. What will he go on to? He's on the hard compound tyres. He managed to stick them out for 17 laps, everybody. Fair play to him at the moment, but we'll see. What tyres will it be? It will be the brand new to the softs. So it's go and see. Oh, you cannot see where he is. Coming out the pit lane. Oh, the mediums, there we go. I was going to say the softs. I was really confused there. Never mind. The mediums then for Sumo coming out of the pit lane, and he will be in P11. His moment in the sun is finally come crashing down. And Mad Mark, of course, is now 3 seconds ahead of Shaggy, and the hopes and dreams have all come crashing down for him as well. We'll see the penalties now. 3 seconds for Mad Mark, 3 for Alec, 3 seconds for Wolf. It is 10 for Dave. That is a big penalty. Embalt with a 3, Martin with a 10 as well, and then Trucker with a 10-second penalty on the grid as well. Pit stops as well. Everybody has made their pit stop, the mandatory pit stop that you have to do in Formula 1. And also 10 people in the Twitch chat, which is nice to see. Roscoe with a 3-second penalty at the same time, just as we've been talking about penalties, quite ironically. But round the final corner, once again, Mad Mark takes P18. Right then, Alec and Shaggy, P2 and P3 now. It looked like they were swapping positions, but no, Shaggy's in the pit lane and going to go and put on the hard compound tyres, possibly, I think, for Shaggy. Oh, look. No, it's medium compound tyres once more for Shaggy then on lap 18, and we are now within 10 laps of the end of this race. It's come down very quick as Trucker gets through past Shaggy on the exit of the pit lane. Fox Sumo still sat in P11, and at the back doesn't look like there's a lot of hope for them today, unfortunately. In today's race, the 2 Red Bulls coming P4 and P5, and we've got a nice little battle cooking up here then at the moment. David Scrub and Roscoe. We'll see if we can get a move between these pretty soon, and watch the gap then, because it is 0.5 of a second. Through these winding rights and lefts, we'll see if the gap can come down anymore. It did just dip into the 4/10, but will that stay within there, or will it go less? Will it go more? We'll have to just see. There's Dave the Scrub trying his best to get up towards Roscoe, but he's got M-Bulk on his backside now, and sooner or later, M-Bulk's going to be even closer than he is to the Red Bull, and that was a snap of oversteer, wasn't it, from Dave the Scrub, and also from M-Bulk that catches it quite nicely there. It was only small, but it was noticeable, and it is going to add a bit of time, onto his lap there. Making our way down the back straight, and towards the end of this lap, start the 19th lap, you can see David Scrub looking down the inside, see if there's a gap then for him, see if there's any room for him to get past the Red Bull. He looked a bit eager there, didn't he, but he just wasn't fast enough on the exit to get the move, and there we go, he's going to be able to get through because the Red Bull goes flying into the pit lane. Roscoe will be going in and changing his medium compound tyres. No penalty as well. Lovely drive into the pit lane. But here we go. Lap 19 of 28. And the leader now 5.2 seconds ahead. He's driving a beautiful race so far, isn't he? Nobody able to challenge him. Roscoe on the softs. First driver on the soft compound tyres then in this race. He's got 9 laps to do on them. They're going to be absolutely dead at the end. But will they benefit him in the early stages? We'll have to see, as Shaggy, P8 and the only driver, Chevy, Shaggy and Fox Sumo with no penalties. So, you know what, in a race like this, with people with penalties all over the grid, you want to be that guy without one, because you will just jump the queue when you cross the line if you're close to it. Oh, that was bad. That was pretty bad. That was really bad, actually, if you're close enough. I think that's the worst voice crack I've ever had in my life. Shaggy with a 3-second penalty in the race. And it's funny because I keep talking about penalties, and the second I talk about it, somebody else gets one on the grid. So I must stop talking about that, because I am clearly giving the commentators curse over the whole entire grid. Lap 20 out of 28, everybody. 8 laps to go. The laps are counting down. If I had my graphics, I'd be bringing up the 5 laps to go in a few laps. But of course, you can just imagine it for now. 5 laps to go in a few minutes. But yeah, Trucker with a 3-second penalty. 8 minutes to go on the grid there, on the track even at the moment. And Alec in P2 with 5.7 seconds to first place, and they've both got penalties. majority of the grid have it, is now only Chevy and Fox Sumo without a penalty on this grid, unfortunately. With 11 people, it's a lot of penalties at the moment. Any gaps forming, any moves looking like they'll be cooking up pretty soon. Maybe Fox Sumo was very close to just spawn in front of him. Fox Sumo going through past Trucker and taking P9. The Alpine with a lovely move past the Ferrari. I don't know how he just teleported. He's surely got some sort of new aerodynamics on the car or something that's made him teleport right behind. But you never know. But there we go. Overtaking on the track finally after a little while. Chevy never gets penalties. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. I have a league, and in my league, there is a couple of the older guys that never ever get a penalty. It's the same thing. Never ever ever. Cleanest racers I've ever seen. But yes, Dave the Scrub and Martin and Shaggy as well will get past Emble, who finally goes into the pit lane on the hard, sorry. And he will put himself on the softs, won't he? It's inevitable, surely. The soft compound tyres, it is, yes, the softs for this man as Trucker with a Mr. Medium, sorry. As a 10-second time penalty for Trucker. And he's out of the session and has left. He's gone. Completely gone. 10-second time penalty. He's like, no, thank you. He is not dealing with that and he's gone. He's absolutely got out of here then with 10 people left to go then in this race. Lap 21 out of 28. There is 7 more to go in today's race, and Mad Mark is leading by 6.8 seconds. He's doing a beautiful job out there on the track. Alec in second, Chevy in P3, Wolfie in P4, then it's Dave the Scrub 5, Shaggy 6, Martin 7, Sumo 8, Roscoe 9, and Emple in P10. And everybody in this race will be scoring points then if you've got the normal point system this week. Yeah, everybody in this race will be scoring points, which is nice to see. Oh, big snap there from Emble, nearly going around, but we've seen it a few times. He's very good at catching them kind of moves on the track, and he has done it once more. He strikes again. Martin and Shaggy now going at it. Down the inside, tries it the Alpine, then he takes him out as well. And they do. He does actually take him out. Somebody goes round. Martin, he did go around. And I've got no idea how that happened, but there we go. Hard racing is probably down to Martin. Down in P8 now. Oh, okay. Martin's straight into the wall. It's quite funny how I've just seen him do that as well. I've just read Luke's. Oh, Martin now disqualified from the session a little bit. Yeah, I've just read Luke's comment saying, "Don't get why they retire. Everyone gets points just for finishing." I completely agree. And then we've just seen Martin do the exact same thing. So yeah, quite funny that. Quite funny. But yeah, I'm not sure why they retire, mate. Because they still really get points. I think it just shows that they're not really too fussed, to be fair. Which isn't really great, is it? But doesn't matter. Oh, lovely stuff then. Shaggy going through past Dave the Scrub. Is he through? There we go. He is through past the B car. Shaggy into P5. Yeah, guys in the chat, was Martin actually trying to get out there? I'm pretty sure he was. That was a bit out of order, to be fair. I don't know what he was doing, but yeah, that was absolutely shocking. But anyway, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Into the wall, and then it didn't work out for him, so he just kept reversing until he got disqualified. Yeah, mate, at least you can watch it back, because I got the whole lot on stream. Caught in 4K, mate, I'm very sorry. But yeah, the whole lot on stream, so you can take a look at that and do what you please. But yeah, lap 23 out of 28, and the laps are counting down. I appreciate you guys messaging in the chat. It's always good, and I love the engagement, I really do, because it keeps it going, it keeps it running smooth, and yeah, I just feel like we can bounce off each other, have a good time, and it just makes the streams a lot better, doesn't it, really? But yeah, Dave the Scrub then behind Fox Sumo on the remaining few laps of this race. The gap is 0.6 of a second. Will we maybe get a move between them pretty soon? It's 5 laps to go. Just imagine the 5 laps to go graphic on the screen. Mark rejoins. I'm not sure what happened with him, but he's now 4.8 seconds now ahead of Alec, and the gap is just coming down, isn't it? He's going to get back in that car at the moment, which I think he should do at the moment. We're going to stay on board quickly when he jumps back in that car. Mad Mark, V55. Still, the AI racing for him. Now the gap's coming down. Let me just say, it's getting pretty exciting. Oh, never mind. Just got to score before, haven't you? Roscoe with a 3-second penalty. Shaggy and Wolfie then, P4 and P5. Maybe we can get a move on the final 4 laps. I'd like to see it. The 10 people in the stream chat would like to see it. Can we get a move before the end of this race? 4 laps to go. 4 more laps of racing. And we are all done and finished for Thursday's race here then in what has been a beautiful evening today. But of course PGS and on the Thursday, been a brilliant day, been a brilliant race so far, and hopefully we can continue for the remainder of the 4 laps we have got here. Right then, over the line then for Mad Mark, and he'll be putting himself over the line to take 25 laps now out of 28. And we are running out of time then for anybody to really get close to anybody anymore. Only a few more laps to go as the majority of the drivers heading down the main pit straight now. And there's not really too much to watch anymore, apart from Fox Sumo, who seems to be looking for the move down the inside of Wolfie Plays. Will he get through side by side through the first few corners? Fox Sumo has got the better drive to the inside, and Wolfie Plays has to concede then past the Alpine of Fox Sumo. And he is through to P5. Lovely to see. And he is through up to P5, Wolfie down into P6. If anyone's on the stream chat, anyone got any questions for me? I'll be more than happy to answer them regarding the race. As yellow flags, who's gone round? It is Shaggy, who was doing very well actually. Also was up there at the top with his teammate, but unfortunately that Williams 1-2 is looking like a forgotten dream now, isn't it? It really is. In the race today, lap 25 out of 28, and we make our way around to start lap 26 in a few moments time. Shaggy's retired, everybody. Oh, and the safety car's come out before the end. I mean, what is going on? The safety car has decided to come out 3 laps before the end of this race, just about to make it to the end, and the safety car gets deployed. And I don't know if that was Shaggy retiring on purpose again or whatever, but if it was, mate, he could have scored points and he's gone out of the race. I'm not too sure why. But anyway, Wolfie Plays in P3 now. Tyra, I think he did, to be fair. I didn't cash it, unfortunately, this time, but I think he did. You see, I don't know, because before that he did go off the track, so it could have just been like his tyres were knackered, and then he just went into the wall, but you know, or it could have been deliberate. I'm not too sure. Well, here you have it, gents and ladies. Safety car is out on lap 26 out of 28, and it's going to have to go in next lap because I think they have to give us 2 or 3 laps of racing before the end. So, yeah, should be going in pretty soon as it's come out. Mercedes safety car up there and ahead then from Mad Mark in second, Dave the Scrub in third, PGSF1ESPORTS in 4, Alec 5, Chevy in 6 as race control has announced safety car is in this lap. Like I mentioned, Tiger says Chevy for the win here. We will just have to see, won't we? I mean, it is looking that way. He's down. This is what I'm saying. He's down in P6, but everybody around him with penalties. Chevy might just be able to go and take the win by jumping the order after the penalties over the line. Dave the Scrub is going to be absolutely stuffed because he's got a 10 seconds, so he's going to fall right back to the back of the grid. But this is all a help towards Chevy here, hasn't it? And we'll just have to see what happens as this race comes down to the wire. We've lost 5 people. 8 people remain then in this evening's race. Oh, big wing damage. Who was that? Someone's wing is completely gone. Alec with a 10-second penalty. And Alec's wing is non-existent, I think. Unless that was somebody else. But we go racing again then in China. The Chinese Grand Prix, Mad Mark and Wolfie Plays going all out. It doesn't even matter what happens at the front because if it stays like this, Chevy will take the win. There's somebody's gone round. It's Alec down in P8 now. Alec doing donuts as well, and he brings himself back on, and he's retired on the track. He could have got... What is this man doing, man? Oh, sorry, so I'm really sorry. But he could have got points, and he's just retired a lap before the end. A lap before the end, and he retires. Anyway, it's crazy. Mad Mark in the RB, who is ahead then from Dave the Scrub, and it is going to be at this moment in time, sorry, it is going to be an RB1-2, but of course it won't be that after the penalties. Mad Mark in the RB1, Dave the Scrub in second, then it's Chevy in third, Fox Sumo 4, he plays 5, Embolk in 6, and Roscoe 7. At the moment, Chevy is on for this race win and pulling past all the drivers. He's now into P2, and now all he's going to do is overtake Mad Mark, who... Oh no, we'll have to see. 2.3 seconds is the gap between Chevy and Mad Mark. Mad Mark has been on a roll, but Chevy is gaining then on time at the moment. This could be the McLaren's win, as the guy ahead of him has got the penalty. So here we go. The final lap of today's Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. And in the Twitch chat, 6 people. Maybe give you a quick prediction. Who do you think is going to win? I think we all know who's going to win, though. If it stays like this, the gap is 2.1. And on the last lap of the race, Mark, 2.1 seconds ahead of Chevy. Chevy's drove a brilliant race so far, and he's holding on to it absolutely brilliantly. And this is a prime example of why, if you don't get a penalty, it can really, really benefit you in a race. And it is the prime example of why you've got to be clean. And being clean is the best way to go about things. But the final lap of the race, everybody, and it's all come down to this. Around the final few corners and onto the back straight. Mad Mark then is your leader, is your temporary leader, we can put it that way, with a 3-second penalty. He's got a 2.3 second gap to him and Chevy behind. Fox is trying to overtake Chevy, and he does, but it isn't going to change anything, is it? Because if he can stay between the 3 seconds, which Fox might have just ruined it for him. Has he gone and done so? No, he hasn't. Down the inside, Fox stays ahead. Mad Mark's over the line, takes the win provisionally, but then over the line, Fox manages somehow to steal the win then from Chevy in second. Fox wins the Chinese Grand Prix from the McLaren in second, then from Mad Mark in third. I don't think anybody was expecting that end, was they? absolutely nobody. But Fox takes the win. And to be fair, you've got to put your hands together for him because he gets driver of the day as well. Fair play to that man right there. Ooh, Cypher on the podium as well. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, finishing results then for the Chinese Grand Prix. Fox Sumo out of nowhere takes the win. Then from Chevy in second, Mad Mark in P3, and the final podium position for the V-Carb, who did drive a brilliant race. Then it's M-Balk in 4, who made a return up to P4. Wolfie plays 5, Dave the Scrub 6, Roscoe in 7. And the rest of the grid has retired. So that is it from me, everybody in the chat. Tiger, great stream chat. Thank you very much. I really am apologetic about the start. I really am sorry. And that will hopefully not happen again. But I'm hoping the remainder of the stream has been very good. It is nice to be back. And thank you for having me. It has been absolutely lovely. Race has been good. And I will see you all next week for the next race in round 13. See you later. Good night.